Welcome, my Zentangle friends. I'm so tickled to be here with you today. Thank you for checking in, and we are doing GratitangleZ. My name is Emmy. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and this is just fun to be able to draw together. I appreciate you taking the time. Meer is a delightful tangle, and you can do so much with it and put it in so many places. Let me show you a couple of examples before we get started. And this is one that I made, and I had already made this and trying to decide what to put in the middle. You recognize this Foundabout from yesterday's work. And, well, maybe the day before, anyway, very recently. And then we also did zip up here. But then I went ahead and put Meer right here in the middle. And so you can see what Meer is. It's just railroad tracks. It's not very tricky. It's a little bit tricky, but it's such a useful pattern. It's just a great filler pattern. Let me show you something else fun that I did with it this past fall with the group. So I put Meer in here, in one of the ribs of the pumpkin. And it's just so easy, and I really loved doing partial line like this, and it shades so well. But what I really wanted you to notice here is the wavy line that I did. Okay, last fall I also had occasion to make a leaf like this with some colleagues again. And the reason I'm showing you this is because I put a double line between. So here's the railroad tracks and going the other way too, and then the rib going of the leaves coming and separating it out. So very possibly, you know, there's a lot of variation here for you to notice and enjoy. Alrighty then. Today's watchword, the thing I'm thinking about, is that hard times teach us strength, and good times teach us gratitude. And here I am with you enjoying the good times. And I don't know where you are in life, and I'm just glad you have the time for what we're doing together. Alrighty then. We can work with pen right away. We don't even need to get a pencil. We'll do this two ways. The first way I'm going to do it is just a straight stick. And I guess I do want a little pencil. Grab your pencil here because I want a little bit of a border to aim for on either side. So the first thing we're going to do is put a V down the middle, or wherever that V happens to lie. Just put a V down here. And the V is to give you something to aim for, because what I'm going to do is come along here like this. Just straight sticks up. Take them as far as you want. This is just one of those lovely patterns that is so meditational. And let's finish it off the other direction. Now you might have noticed, now that you're going with this, how fun it is to add sparkle. Sparkle is just as you notice, I'm lifting my pen. I can obviously extend this longer if I like and lift my pen at different places, or then I stop. So, and that's quite enough of this. Now I'm going to need to turn my work. And this is why I put the V in here, so that I would remember what I'm aiming for. I also want you to be careful not to try to line this side up with this side. It won't. It'll just make you crazy. And it won't line up, and it doesn't even matter. So, you know, just do your sticks. Do what you did on the other side in your own place and time. And now you know the direction. Let's take it back the other direction here, and maybe I'll do the sparkle again. The point is I can work with my pen very lightly. Now that one I feel is a little large, so I'm going to put another one down the middle. Since I have those pencil lines, I can use this for shade. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to shade on one side of this line here. I don't think you would want to shade on both. Just one side is what I would see. And then I'm going to come along with my blender stump and push that shade out until it disappears into the paper. So you notice it's quite dark here. It's kind of light here, pushing in and disappearing into the white, and then way out here it disappears again. Let's do the other side. First I'm pulling the middle one out, just like that. Very nice. And I really want that to be a little thick and a little bit dark. So if I didn't quite get enough, it kind of looks like I didn't. The camera is never very kind, I've noticed. I'm going to come along here. You notice I'm using a little more of a circular motion this time. Let's do it right. Best we can. We are having fun. There we go. That's better. I like that, and I like how it goes way out into the paper. Same thing I was trying to get as before, and then I'm going to diffuse this around it too. Push it around. Let's enjoy what we've done here. And clean our blenders too at the very same time. And then I'm going to do a little something here because I think that I've done all this work. I have a little flux I'm going to make in the top here. No, I don't need to do that. I just think it's cool. There. And a little tiny signature because you should always sign your work. Isn't that cute? You could do more with that, of course. Okay, let's get going on our fun circles. And I'm going to use one of my large circles this time for Meer. And maybe I want to do a contrast. This is so similar. I don't want to do the same thing, so maybe I'll put that over here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'll make, and this time I'm going to do it a little different, like I promised. I'm going to do a line that waves. A little more of a wave this time. I'm also going to do the one where there's a bit of a space between. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want, remember. Now, I really think it would be cool to do your V on the whole thing. If you're not sure, you might wait and follow along with me, but I think I'm going to go all the way to the outside wall with my V. Remember, my V is just a marker, okay? So that I know what to do on each side. So I'm going to come along like this and try very lightly to work very lightly and softly with your pen. The softer you work, the more shaky your lines, but also they'll turn a little more gray than harsh black or ink black, whatever you're using. I know that a couple of my friends are using color, and I love that too. If you think any of them are too big, remember, just go back over them again. Just put an extra line between. Never a problem. And now let's finish going up. Always turn your work. Keep it in front of you. Very meditational. This is the essence. Our patterns are the essence of Zentangle and meant to be relaxing and meditational in this way. Okay, that's why I have the V, because I have long since forgotten direction. Also, be careful not to worry about matching up. I know I already reminded you of that, but I say this for me as much as for you. I'm a mom, and moms always say things twice, don't they? Maybe at least twice, huh? Anyway, if we can't laugh, what's the point? We need to laugh. I'm not going to cry. And now let's go toward the bottom. Don't worry what's happening on the other side. We'll make it all work in a minute. Maybe I'll do a little sparkle along here. Working very lightly. Sparkle, as you noticed, is very random. This is cool. I hope you like it. Okay, everybody grab your pencil so we can get some gorgeous shading. Now, I'm going to shade on both sides here. And you see that I'm working with my pencil as a graphite tool at this point, not a pencil. That's quite a thick line, and that was what I intended. I need to turn my work all the way around. And then what do? I go back across anyway. Oh boy. Oh dear. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for your comments and your kindness. Now I want my circle to be rounded. And if I want this to be rounded, I'm going to go around it with a heavy line of graphite. I could lift this off the page by going around it the other direction too. This might be easier for me and you if I were to turn that all the way. Wow, isn't this coming along? It looks so fun. All these patterns are so cool together. That's Zentangle. Okay, when you're ready, grab your blender stump. I am going to follow these lines and pull out my graphite. I either use a circular motion like this. I will blend it better if I do. But I also want to push this in. These funny little, it'll look like a lozenge when I'm done. Certainly not like a peppermint, but like a lozenge. How does that look? Pretty good, I think. Alrighty, I don't have to turn my work for this one. Just push it around. And then I want to come back along here, and I need to keep this in front of me because I want to pull this out like I did on the other side out into those thin little stripes. Isn't it a pleasure to do a pattern like this? My goodness, it's so much fun. I love it. I hope you do too. I want to blend that a little more. Do you see how that dark is delineated from here? I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be a softer line. And in the bright light, I can see that it's not soft. You might run into that too. I don't know. Now let's do some quality control over here. A lot of people don't like shading, and a lot of people love shading. This white line I have down the middle really pops when I do this. Yeah, that looks really cool. Thank you, everybody. I enjoyed doing day 15 with you very much. I will see you soon. Bye.